someone is trying every possible trick that they can to throw you off and throw off your energy. This person is still using old tricks. Anything that used to get a trigger out of you or a rise out of you, this person is trying to do this. The reason that this person is trying to do this is because, one, they want to throw you off. They want to get you out of alignment. This person is somebody who knows that you are spiritual. Whether this person studies you from afar, whether this was an ex-lover, a family member, this person knows that you are spiritual, and they know how big you are about your energy and how important it is for you to protect your peace, even if it means protecting your peace from them or protecting yourself from them. This person knows this. So let that be your first confirmation. This is somebody who absolutely knows that you are spiritual, okay? So that's the first reason. The next reason that I'm getting is obviously because this person is crashing out. This could be somebody that you pulled your power back from. This could be somebody that you no longer deal with. This could be somebody that you set a boundary with. This person does not like this, okay? And I know we throw around the narcissist word, but narcissists are actually pretty common, and I do feel like this person could either be a narcissist or have some narcissistic tendencies. And the reason I say that is because any normal, sane human being is not going to have a huge problem with somebody setting boundaries. But a narcissist, on the other hand, will absolutely have a problem with you setting boundaries, you taking your power back, you not dealing with them a certain way, you not giving them certain energy, right? That's typically how narcissists are. So this person is trying to throw you off. It's not going to work. Y'all, when I tell you that you are so close, you are so close. I don't even feel like it's just this person. I also feel like it's some type of energy amongst the collective itself. Some lower level entity energy is trying to throw off the collective because the collective is extremely close, y'all. Y'all are so close, like I can literally like taste it, okay? That's how close y'all are to getting your blessing or your new job offer, your new home, your new baby, your new puppy. Some of you could be adopting a pet or a baby or a child, but you're about to get something. It doesn't matter. It's going to be different for every one of you. Don't let my examples throw you off. It's going to be different for everybody, right? But you are so close, and there's this energy that's trying to throw you off. And it's funny because I feel like this energy, like let's say you've been doing good for a week. You've been doing your breath work. You've been meditating. You've been good. You've been feeling great. You've been resting, sitting pretty, doing really good. And then all of a sudden, randomly, something happens, or someone says something to you, or something happens that just kind of throws off your energy. That's another way that the enemy will try to throw you off. They won't always kick you while you're down. Sometimes the enemy will wait and simmer and wait till you're feeling really, really good. And then they'll try to throw a little aha or a little like wrench in your plans, okay? But it's not going to work on you because you have spent so much time working on yourself. Even spending time in isolation so you know what's your energy and what's not. Like, you know your energy. You know who you are as a person. It's not too many things that can throw you off. And if it does throw you off, honey, it's like for a second. And then you're wiping your hands with it and then you're moving forward, okay? One, you don't have time to sit in negative energy. I feel like you're someone, you have been through a lot. You've already gone through the ups and downs of life and the healing and the learning stages. And not saying your learning is ever done or your healing is ever done. It's just to say that it's okay when things throw you off now. Like, it's not going to like ruin your life or the whole world is falling apart because of this one thing. Like, no, like you have practiced emotional regulation enough to know like, these little things that happen or these big things that happen do not define who you are as a person, and they don't define that desired outcome that you have for yourself. The silly little games that people are trying to play, they just don't work on you anymore. I feel like the divine, you're like his special project. He has worked really, really hard on you and your energy. He may have put you through a lot, but I feel like you're finally coming to the realization it was for a good reason. That would be another confirmation for somebody. Like, you're in a space where you are accepting of the things that you have gone through. You're not mad about it. You're not bitter. You have made your peace with it. You made your peace with God, and you're kind of like, okay, God, I see what you were doing. You were trying to turn me into a badass. You were trying to turn me into a superstar. You were trying to turn me into a better mom, a better dad, a better business owner, whatever the case may be. You're understanding, okay, like, I see what you were doing, God, okay? And I feel like God, you were like his special project, and he's done a lot of work on you. So not only are you being highly, highly, highly protected right now by the Most High God, your spirit team, your ancestors, whatever you subscribe to, but you're also just in a place where you're protecting yourself. You're valuing your energy. Like, you're putting so much importance on your inner world and not your outer world. And because you're doing that, your outer world is reflecting that, right? As above, so below, as within, so without. So what you are feeling on the inside is a direct reflection of what's going on in your outside world. And because you're remaining positive, you're taking deep breaths, you're doing emotional regulation, this little peon, this little person that's trying to throw you off, is not going to work. It's just not going to work, honey. Like, again, like the enemy, the ops, they always have the same game, the same tricks. They're not even intelligent enough to come up with anything new. They can only do the same stuff. This person is still stuck on a past version of you because they want you to go back to that person you were, who was easy to manipulate, easy to cheat on, easy to abuse, easy to like get over on. They are stuck on that version of you, the lower version of you who did not know your worth. Maybe you were a people pleaser or a pushover or whatever, okay? No shade. We've all been there. And this person's so stuck on that they're still trying to use the same moves that they used on that version of you. But that version of you no longer exists. That version of you only exists in this person's mind. That version of you has already been alchemized and transmuted into whoever you are today. So again, those old tricks don't work. But the enemy, the opposition, is not smart enough to realize that, because that's not their focus. They refuse to see you for who you truly are. They only want to see you for who you were, because who you were was someone easy to take advantage of, easy to manipulate. They were able to benefit off a older, expired version of you, so they cannot focus on anything else but that. Like, literally, some of these people are crazy. Some of these people really are delusional, and they live in their own head. They don't see reality for what it is. And I know perception paints reality, and I totally get that. However, there's a difference between your perception painting your reality, right? Because we're all perceiving things from a completely different set of eyes. But also, there are some things that are facts, right? And there are some people who refuse to honor the facts. They refuse to honor what's real. They refuse to see things how they are because it doesn't fit their description. Now, you can do that in a positive way. I teach that all the time, okay? You focus on the desired outcome, be good, delusional. But it's a spectrum. So on the other side of that, there's also people who do that in a negative way. There are actually people who believe that you are unhealed, that you can still be manipulated, you can still be targeted, you can still be abused, right? Like, there are people who truly feel like, no, this person that the viewer has created is a facade, and it's not. The fact is, you have healed. The fact is, you are no longer a people pleaser. The fact is that you set boundaries. The fact is, you're not going for none of what you used to go for, okay? That is a fact. But because this person perceives you differently and wants you to be the person that they met, they don't see it that way. So when they do their little games and their little tricks, it doesn't work on somebody like you, because you are no longer that person, okay? So I hope that made sense to anybody who's watching this and anybody who resonates with this. This person is trying so hard. This energy, I don't want to say this person. This energy is trying so hard to throw you for a loop, to throw you off, to send you any type of negativity that they can, because they do not want you to get this blessing. Yes, this could still be people in real life, of course, just practical situations. Somebody trying to throw you off your game so you don't do well at work. Somebody trying to like get in your head before a big competition or a big meeting or a big speech that you have to say. Anything. People are going to try to throw you off in that way. But also, again, it's that collective energy of like, God's people are next up. Like, it's not even next up, we're right here, and it's like we're so close to having whatever it is that we co-created with God to have, and there's this energy trying to throw you off. So I'm saying this to say, to put you up on game and let you know, please continue to practice emotional regulation. Please continue to practice your breath work. The power of the breath is so, y'all, like literally just taking a second and taking a deep breath, like just Like, just doing that is very powerful. It has the ability to ground you and put you inside of your body and connect you with the Holy Spirit, and not so connected to this outer world, okay? This outer world is full of illusions. That's why it's so easy for us to get tricked, especially get tricked out of our spot and opportunities and all types of things. If you're not, if you're like dysregulated. So make sure that you are regulated, you're doing your breath work, you're meditating, anything that's going to keep you high vibrational. Wash your hair. Okay, I'm about to wash my hair in a couple days. Wash your hair, clean up your space, keep it clean, stick to the plan, not your mood. That's a mantra that I've been trying to focus on right now, so I want to say that to y'all. Stick to the plan, not your mood, right? So even if you don't feel like washing your hair, you don't feel like washing your sheets, you don't feel like cleaning up, you don't feel like eating healthy, you don't feel like going to the gym or exercising or whatever, doing your homework, you don't feel like clocking into work, you have to have balance with that and be careful, because there are times you're supposed to listen to your body, and there are times that you're supposed to be focused and disciplined, and you need to take that step and do what you need to do, because not only does it build more discipline and more confidence, it puts you and keeps you in alignment with whatever it is that you're manifesting, okay? So again, be balanced with that. Yes, there's times where you have to rest. I understand that. I get that. Please do that. But majority of the time, I'm gonna need y'all to be focused on what you're supposed to be doing, okay? Because you want a lot. So stay in alignment. That is how you defeat spiritual warfare. I have said it in probably hundreds of videos, and I'm going to say it again. You defeat spiritual warfare by staying high vibrational. You cannot stop a peon or an op from targeting you. You cannot stop somebody from trying to demolish you. You cannot stop somebody from being a hater. You can't stop somebody from sending you negative energy. That's just the world we live in. Things are going to happen. People are going to hate, right? But what you can do is make sure that you're sitting pretty and staying on your throne and knowing who you are and remaining high vibrational when these people try to come at you, okay? Because when you do that, like I said the other day, it just kind of rolls off the shoulders. It doesn't affect you the way that they want it to affect you. You're able to transmute that energy into money and wealth and abundance and love and happiness and peace and whatever it is that you want out of life. You're able to transmute it so easily because you're not meeting them on their level, okay? They can't get to where you are because you move with love, okay? So I hope that makes sense to you guys, okay? But just know, this person, these people, this energy doesn't have anything on you.